Big Elvis the chef, I am here.
Ulrick, how you all doing?
Let me take a... Big Elvis the chef Rosenberg. I am here. Guess who else I got with me? Tell them tell them who's here with me.
Oh, maybe they hear me, but Ulrick's here. How y'all doing?
And I am Doc the surgeon. I'm kind of here.
He's under the weather a little bit. Both of these guys are under the weather. But you know, it's Doc the surgeon, the people's doctor, and Ulrick. And I am your host, Big Elvis the Chef Rosenberg. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through a Kendra G video. I mean, we could just do a whole show just on her shows.
Yeah.
It's like crazy, even though we're not those kind of people that are going to, but it's hard not to do so much. She puts out so much product. Every day, this woman is doing 6 hours a day. After day. She starts off on YouTube. I mean on Facebook. And then she moves from Facebook over to the Instagram. Then from the Instagram she does the YouTube. So this woman is working her ass off. We love you, Kendra G. Well, at least I do to some degree.
Platforms.
Well, let me not say I love her as much as I respect her. I respect what she's doing. She's putting it in. It does cause a little conflict in my home, though, I have to admit. My wife watches all 3 of those segments, and it drives me a little crazy. But it's good premium black news. So there's that caveat. This is the second time I've used that word today, caveat. What's that about?
Yeah, it's like but. It's like an asterisk. It's like like you get to do something you want to do, but you may have to deal with something you might not like.
Right, I'm gonna wipe the lens, guys. Hold on for 1 sec. Boom. All right. It always looks better when I do that.
Oh, the condition. There we go.
Condition?
Caveat is a condition.
Yeah. It's a
That's
caveat.
simplified, yeah.
All
All right.
Premium Black News. We had a nice amount of people show up to the last segment that we did where we talked about Rosa Parks and yay. Right now, we're going to Kendra G, man. She's just got too much content out there. And we're gonna in the world that we're in, it's interesting. Here, can you play that, please?
Yeah, sure.
We're just gonna jump right into it.
I can only imagine.
All right. Here we go. You want me to put the video on?
What's your name, bro?
Trey, let me put a shirt on.
Okay. You was watching me with no clothes on?
No, I was doing something else.
What was you doing?
On my other phone.
What was you doing on your other phone?
Looking at videos.
You was looking at videos?
Yeah.
With no clothes on?
No, I got clothes on, I didn't have a shirt on.
Why was you looking at videos with no shirt on?
I'm at my house.
Was you doing something fresh with yourself?
Nah.
Let me see your hands.
No, my hands are dry.
Oh, okay. We want to make sure, child.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, Trey. Where you calling us from?
I'm calling from Virginia.
Virginia. How old are you?
37.
37. What kind of videos was you watching?
Looks here.
TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks young.
Okay, so what you do for a living, Trey?
I work in HR.
HR, okay. You have any kids?
No.
No kids. When's your birthday and zodiac sign?
August 19th.
What is that?
Leah.
A Leo?
Yeah.
That's
So
what
this is
it
Trey, BA, 37, HR, no kids. Leo.
I'm gonna move downstairs to, Leah. I'm gonna go downstairs for him better.
Uh-oh. I just messed that up. Can you get back to that?
Yeah.
No, I thought you had good right here.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I can work with this. All right, so what kind of woman you looking for?
I'm actually gay.
Oh, the clearly.
All the ladies were like, he's cute. All the ladies were saying it.
So, and being honest, I have sex with women from time to time, but it's easier to identify with being gay.
Tell me why.
Wait a minute. You said Clearly?
Yeah, I thought right. I was gonna make a comment, but I didn't want to, sound like an asshole. But excuse my language, but I'm not saying there's an issue with it, but immediately I thought he was gay once he started talking.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you think that?
I didn't really come to no conclusion.
Yeah, I didn't come to that conclusion. So your gaydar is real strong.
It's not that it's not no someone's a gay. It wasn't something that I thought of act. It was just like, oh, he has a shirt, he's gay. It's like
Wait, because he came to the show without a shirt on?
No. I'm saying it was as simple as, oh, that's a blue shirt. It was just a simple association. Like it must have been that. Oh, he must be French because he has an accent. He has a gay accent. If that sounds ignorant.
So you're saying you recognize the sugar in the tank?
No, I recognize
from his vernacular.
He has an accent. It's like it's an accent that's. To
What
be honest,
accent? You saying he's from another country accent?
it's similar to that. There's a dialect. It's not that there's anything wrong with that.
No,
There's a dialect.
nobody's saying that.
But there's a dialect that I heard from him, and I think if you just put that to random people and just say you guess, if he didn't, I would have never mentioned his sexual orientation if he didn't say it. And then my initial reaction was like, yeah, of course he's gay. I knew that.
Okay.
I feel that a gay man accepts a lot of different things where, okay, if I tell a woman, oh, I fuck with men, a lot of them is not gonna deal with you anymore. So it's just easier to identify as gay but then have sex with women every once in a while.
I'm stopping it there. Yo. This man doesn't tell women he's bisexual because they won't sleep with him. You see, bisexual is the stepchild in the room. The bisexual is the deviant in the room. The bisexual is the one that you really can't trust because no matter how they feel and they down for whatever. So the bisexual is now becoming the N-word in the LGBT community.
Oh really?
Oh yes.
I didn't think about that.
Oh yes. The bisexual is becoming the N-word in this little world. And he tells women that he's gay because it's easier to sleep with them. They'll sleep with the gay guy before they sleep with the bisexual guy. So he says it's easier to sleep with women when he identifies as being gay. But he ain't gay.
No, wait. I thought he said it's easier to, like, women don't accept that he might sleep with guys also, but guys accept that he sleeps with women also.
Let's go back.
That was it, yeah.
Let's go back.
What is he? Is he gay or he's not gay? He's lying because he thinks it works.
I mean, I'm not even gonna go there.
Well. Let me just say this. He's a gay guy who's smashing chicks.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't want to say that, but come on. That would
No.
Seem that bi people don't exist or something.
No.
That.
Bi people do exist, but he's diverting away from the bi. He doesn't want to be classified as bi because women are not sleeping with bisexual men. But the gay guy.
Gay guys can sleep with a woman. No, all right.
But if he's gay, then that's okay for them to sleep with him. But because if he's bi, he's a little creepy.
I don't even understand that logic. I got to hear that again. Maybe I missed that.
Where are you from?
I'm calling from Virginia.
Virginia. How old are you?
37.
37. What kind of videos must you be watching?
TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah.
37. What you do for a living, Trey?
I work in HR.
HR. Okay. You have any kids?
No.
No kids. When's your birthday and zodiac sign?
August 19th.
What is that?
Leah.
A Leo?
Yeah.
So this is Trey, BA, 37, HR, no kids. Leo.
I'm gonna move downstairs to Leah. I'm gonna go downstairs where I have better light.
This thing went
No,
back
I
too
know
far.
you have good lighting here.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I mean,
That's okay,
If
it's
you said
okay.
all that,
So
yeah, I
what
think
kind of
we
woman
can
you
go
looking
back.
for?
I'm actually gay.
This is disturbing.
All the ladies were like, he's cute. All the ladies were saying it to
And being honest, I have sex with women from time to time, but it's easier to identify with being gay.
Tell me why.
I feel that a gay man accepts a lot of different things. Where, okay, if I tell a woman, oh, I fuck with men, a lot of them is not going to deal with you anymore. So it's just easier to identify as gay, but then have sex with women every once in a while.
Easier to identify as gay, but they have sex with women every once in a while.
Now, it's a little disturbing for a couple of different reasons. The first one is this came up not too recently with a female friend of mine's who talked about what a lot of women are dealing with and doing. So, and the fact that this is actually on the show that just popped up, you know, when something unusual keep popping up in different areas, it's something that's kind of being pushed. That's my interpretation of it.
It's being pushed.
It's being
You're saying
pushed.
that there's an agenda here.
There's an agenda
In
here.
the show, or is this just showing the transformation of humanity and how this agenda in the background is pushing all this up forward too?
No, well, that's the thing. Society, social media, and so on and so forth is pushing this thing along, and it's disturbing. It's disturbing. You know, we're getting these things as a common thing that happen now, and all of a sudden you're going to go into a show, and this is what you hear. Now, she's not there. It's clearly her show is there to hook up, you know, men with women. So
Not anymore.
interestingly enough, now you have this gay man comes and say to a group of heterosexual women,
Right.
I'm gay, but I sleep with women from now, and then to go to this show and play out. That's disturbing.
Yeah, what kind of woman would accept those parameters?
And this
That's the point he's making.
Yeah.
Women would not accept these parameters. They'll accept it from a gay man, though.
But why would he even expect a woman to accept that he comes at them and say, I'm gay, but I want to have sex with you?
No, that's
I
not
don't
what
even
happens.
understand that.
He comes out that he's gay, he's their friend, he's hanging out, and these freaking women are sleeping with him. It's been yo.
But if he identifies with gay, that means he's sexually attracted to men,
Right.
specifically and individually. So then I don't understand.
what he's saying is that
I don't understand the time.
he's
So what's the
pushing-
purpose of time to time? I don't.
He's
I'm fucking
pushing
women.
the idea of nothing real and nothing solidified. So in other words, he said he's not bisexual, so he's never going to take the woman seriously so they could play around.
Yeah, it's
So
kind
he's
of,
a
he's
player
letting them
on
know. No, here he's gonna talk more. I
You
don't
know?
know. We're gonna get into
So-
this whole episode.
Okay.
But what I know Ulrick likes for us to end this episodes early.
Wait, what would you tell? What?
No. So my point is this: we have a guy who identifies as gay and sleeps with women from time to time, doesn't tell women that he's bisexual because they won't sleep with him if he's bisexual. Because a woman wants to, here's another thing. A woman's gonna look at a man and they're gonna wanna have sex with him, right? And if they find out that they can't have sex with him because he's gay, they're gonna try even harder. Have you ever been around bull dykes? Or
Oh,
they
yeah,
call them
definitely.
studs, or
Yeah,
they even
definitely,
call them
definitely.
aggressive
Yeah,
girls.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you ever found yourself wanting to sleep with them?
No, not longing to sleep with them, but in my head going like I had a friend who was pretty quick, dressed like kind of boyish.
Right.
She had long hair and stuff like that. She was like svelte and skinny, but dressed so much like a man. Had some mannerisms so that was so masculine that clearly intensely male influence. But I had found myself saying like I would. But
Right.
I never found myself being like, man, I want to. But it was just that I would.
You would.
So, yeah. But
Yeah.
I've never found myself desiring.
Yeah,
but,
well, what you felt, women feel 20 times more.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
want, we all as human beings want what we can't have. So by him telling a woman that he's gay, She has to have him.
I don't
This
think women
guy,
think like that.
this guy is screwing more women than we can get.
No,
With this,
no,
with this feminine.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
No.
With this feminine, black, tall man, he's 6 foot something. He got all the tattoos. The fact that he's gay, he's gonna get more laid by women, man.
I think
he's
if
playing this.
I don't want to. I don't know how this is gonna come off, but I think there's a possibility he's getting more women, but he's not getting the kind of women that we might go for. And I think the kind of women that he might be getting is women who are more not. I'm not talking about attractiveness. I'm talking about just their lifestyle.
Yeah, they're
I'm talking about
feminists.
more. They're more have more.
He's a feminist.
We've gone those places. But anyway, what I'm saying is the.
Go places.
Well, I don't know if you have feminists. If you've ever been sexually involved with a feminist. Yeah, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. Your dirty laundry's moved. All right. But what I'm saying is, I think this person. Wait, where's my mind train check going? Because
I don't know. Well, you can take a pause. We can take it slow. Let's take a pause.
He said dirty laundry feminist.
The kind of. All right, now I found it. So the kind of women that he ends up being attracted to or ends up having sex with, I think are women who are kind of a little more open sexually, a lot of open, like when it comes to attraction. They're the kind of people that would have sex with any kind of sexual, like transgenders, have sex with just all kinds of different. They're really open sexually. There's no parameters saying I want male, and I think those are the. If he's having sex with women, and he's having sex with more women than we might be, those are women he's having sex with.
So I don't.
Yeah, he's
I don't
having
think that's
sex
the
with
case.
blown. He's having sex with. He's probably having sex with attractive women. He's dealing with women want these feminine men. They don't want an aggressive man. They want a feminine man. They want the mannerisms to be feminine. They want to feminize the man, and he's the perfect tool. They'll just test him out for fun. This is my point. Because he's promoting he's gay, and then he's gonna hang around these women. So anyway, let's just go on with the show. Let's go.
I don't think that. I don't think he's really getting any women like that.
Really?
I don't think he's getting any women like that at all. And probably more leaning towards, something that Ulrick said, is the fact that the type of women, I don't know if I would call those type of real women at all. These are desperate women.
So you're saying he's dealing with
It's a desperate
unattractive women?
No, they don't have to be unattractive, but they're desperate.
Right.
No. Oh, I wouldn't say desperate because I think those women get a lot of ass within their circle. But I don't think it's a desperation. I think it's a longing for intimacy. I think they're desperate for intimacy, not desperate for a person. And so intimacy. I think I'm all right. I'm talking out of my ass because I don't know. I think they assume a lot.
Right.
I think
you got it where it was at, right?
Okay.
All right. Take a second.
So you want to call yourself bisexual?
No, I mean because I enjoyed the sex with the woman because it strokes my ego to know that I'm able to make her feel good, but that's not what I really want.
What a manipulator.
Wait, how can you get a boner just from an ego thing? Wait, can we pause that, please? Wait, can either of you get a boner just based on if you're not attracted to? I don't even understand how that's possible. How you can bring yourself to have sex with somebody, and just because you're happy that they're having sex with you. Because if you're happy you're having sex with them, you'd be attracted to them.
Well, that's I hear what you're saying, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the case. For somebody, the sex is the ego stroke. He's talking about it making them feel good. How they stroke his ego could be a whole lot of different type of things because he can make them feel good, and that's what they give to him, old daddy or whatever. And maybe
he said why. He said because they're attracted. He said
because I can make them feel good.
Right, he said that.
And what else? What are you saying?
I thought what he said specifically is that they would have sex with me and I can get them, not that I can make them feel good. That they can.
It stroked his ego to know he can get them, I guess.
Yeah, as a gay man, he can get attracted.
I think he's a manipulating SOB.
Oh, yes, I agree.
I think he's a manipulating SOB that is using, like you said, these desperate women who are looking for that feminine man, but yet is coming in a 6'4" package. He's probably hung, and they get to be with a feminine hung man who is, smashing them, but thinking about dudes.
See, there's nothing wrong with whatever lifestyle. That's not an issue. We kind of
I gotta say this. I gotta say this. Can we show some respect to the vagina? Like, this gay man still want to hit the vagina.
Well, he
You
does.
know, because that pussy, the pussy ain't gonna be like the vagina. The vagina is amazing. It's amazing.
I mean, I agree.
It's amazing.
I don't want to say it.
Even these gay guys want the vagina. Even though he's gonna think about a guy while he's with the woman, you still want the original. You still want the original.
But I don't think he wants he longs for pussy though. He just longs for the fact that the idea that he can get pussy.
No, he wants
I
that
think-
feeling. The feeling of it is amazing. It's amazing. It's reaching. It is an amazing. When you're inside, it's just right. He's attracted to a dude, but yet he's getting the luxury of the vagina.
That's what I'm confused about. How his ego can bring him to a place where he can be aroused just at the fact by something he's not attracted to, but just aroused.
He's a liar.
He's an ego.
He's
an
a liar.
egotist.
He's a megalomaniac.
So that means he's arousing himself. He's hard for the simple fact that he can get her. That means he's hard off himself. That's what it means. And he can be hard off himself and fuck to completion. That guy's, he's more of a psychopath. Sorry. He's more of a psychopath than I thought.
Yeah, come on. Let's see that again.
A trans man or a guy.
Or a trans, so a woman, a trans man, or a guy.
Yeah.
Okay, you are very secure in talking about this. I love it. All right, Trey. So, is there a preference out of the three?
Getting older, being honest, I would entertain a female. I've only got both of them.
What?
If I was going to entertain a female, she would have to at least eat ass.
See what
Look at her face.
Well, you know I had a woman on the show that does that. And she got a man soon after. She was one of my biggest, guests. One of the biggest guests. Her video got so many views. And she said that she does that.
Like if you're into someone and you really like them, I think oral sex is important in a relationship. My personal opinion. I also think eating ass is important too. To be honest with you, so just to put that out there, to all my viewers, not to be mean. If you don't want to get your ass eat, do not hit me up, baby. Okay, that's a requirement in my sexual life.
So if you got a woman, she has
I think a lot of guys do it and just don't talk about it. A lot of guys like it and don't talk about it. I think that a G spot for a male is in their butthole. So
Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop it. The G spot. Men don't have a G spot, you feminine loser.
No.
What the hell is he talking about? He's talking about that prostate. The prostate gland and all that. That's what he's talking about. Oh, stop it. So, if he's going to be with a woman, which he did say he'd rather be with a woman because he's getting older, you know, she has to be able to eat ass. Do we just skip past this part? And move
skip
on
that
to-
ass.
No, you know what?
First of all, that's all right. Go
I was going to say something earlier, but then you had jumped in, you said something, I kind of forgot what it was I was about to say earlier. But it had more to do with our ladies. And this is the evolution of this because two decades ago, the best thing was to have this gay friend in your crew.
For the girls.
Exactly.
They always had a gay guy in their crew.
Had a gay guy in the crew. And now this guy is going to exploit that idea because I'm going to be this guy that may look, heterosexual and all that, hang out with you guys, but I'm going to bang all of you.
Yes.
Because at some point in time, one of you going to get drunk and I'm going to drive you home because we're friends and all that, and I'm going to tuck you in.
And I'm
the next thing you know-
non-threatening.
Exactly. And then I whip it out and put it in your mouth. And these things happen,
Right.
and it becomes, it's a problem.
See, but what
Because
you're
you
talking
shouldn't, yeah.
about is just that one night. He's talking about in a relationship. He cannot be with a woman who's not gonna do that to him.
Which that doesn't even make sense. I don't even understand that.
What are we talking about? You talking about
The
eating ass.
eating.
Oh, that's the difference. I mean,
eating. We're gonna refer to that as eating groceries.
Okay.
It's groceries.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
We're gonna eat groceries. So let me ask this question. I mean, we gotta put it out there. Are you gentlemen, and maybe are you inclined to have your groceries eaten?
It's funny. We literally talked about this earlier in the car for no reason. For what reason, I don't know.
Well, this is what brought that in my mind.
Gotcha.
I was like, but I never asked that question.
But
About you.
absolutely not, man. That's
Absolutely
too much.
not?
I don't want a wet asshole. I seriously.
That's what you said. Yeah. I don't want a wet. He doesn't want a wet booty.
And I just don't. I don't understand how it can be pleasurable, and there's no way it can be as pleasurable as my front side. So, I'm getting my backside's fine, but that's for pooping.
Right. And what about you, sir? Wait, can you first, before you answer that question, can you first talk on a doctor level about what's going on there and versus the mouth and versus what's going on, like from a doctor's perspective?
So the first thing I'd like to say about that is there's this big perception about the activity and the sexual orientation. So if you derive pleasure from your female counterpart and you enjoy that, if her licking your nipples make you feel a certain type of way, that's one thing.
Now that's nice.
So the thing about it is that, and all that has to do with sending nerve signals to your brain that you could interpret as something that you accept as being okay. But these sort of same nerve endings go all over the place. So including getting your salad toss or eating groceries, and all these other things. So now, some act may go directly against what you feel is normal and okay. And a lot of guys feel those type of things. So in other words, where one guy may be okay with getting their nipples licked, another guy may be okay getting their groceries, another guy want to get, what they call that, fenced or whatever.
What's fenced?
Is it fenced? Well, I'm looking what I'm looking for. No, that's a guy who pegged. What do you
peg, gotcha.
That's
cool.
Yeah.
So these things occur, and you have that guy that may enjoy that. And this is all heterosexual guy, and he's okay with those type of things and stuff. So it's all about nerve endings and stuff like that, and everybody kind of have their own lines that they draw. And as far as how they feel about, what would their masculinity and what they feel is okay, appropriate or inappropriate, and that's individual choices and stuff.
Now, did you say that to say you do like your ass being eaten?
He didn't say that. What about the groceries? Is that a requirement for you?
Absolutely not.
Is it something you're even interested in?
I wouldn't say I'm interested in it. It has happened in the past.
It has happened.
Yeah. So, but
yeah.
It was like, oh, we're gonna do that again. But it's just, whatever. You feel inclined, you
Right.
express yourself.
I've been there. I've done that. And at my age, I'm all right with not having it done again. I mean, that happened in my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
It was something that happened. I thought it was kind of okay. I thought it was kind of cool. But I did have a girlfriend that was a serious girlfriend, and she wanted to go further than the eating of the groceries. She wanted to go, she referred to it as stroking the prostate. And she said that we should try the stroking of the prostate because that is your G-spot for men. What do you say to that as a doctor? And what do you know about the prostate and this stroking of the prostate and all that kind of stuff? Is there truth to that?
No, there's no truth to it. There's no G-spot per se, but there's sensation there. And the prostate, is one of three glands there that actually produce, some of the fluids that makes up the sperm. So, massaging that, pushing that, can, maybe stimulate something in somebody. But let's just say that's not natural.
It's not necessary.
That's not what it was meant to be. That's not how it was supposed to be. So, if
Yeah.
it was supposed to be stroked, it would be on the outside somewhere.
Yeah. It's definitely not.
I mean,
Yeah. If it's definitely not a requirement for me, I gave into that relationship and the stroking of the prostate, and after the third time, I said, "Gotta keep it real. Ain't doing nothing for me, man." Like this is obviously for you, because it does nothing for me. And I stand on that. It does nothing for me. No, thank you. And that was in my 20s, you know. So I never needed to do it again. As far as the groceries are concerned, it's been just as long. And it was not funny that, you know, I have to keep it real on the mic, but I did ask my wife to, you know, go there with the groceries, and she was going to, but she just couldn't do it. I said, go ahead, baby, you'll be all right. Go ahead, go for it. And she just couldn't do it. And then afterwards, I said, is it that this is something you don't do with your wife? See, this guy is looking to do this with anyone he's in a relationship with. This is what he wants. I, on the other hand, couldn't do it with my wife. Does that make sense?
That I 1000% agree with you. There's things with my ex-girlfriends, ex-fiance, that like I wouldn't treat them or be as freaky as they wanted me to be because they were with me and because I loved them. I couldn't treat them like I couldn't treat them like, for lack of a better word, a slut, because I just like, why are you acting like that? You know, and there's something there's something about that, like something that when you're in a relationship, why are you behaving like that? If like when it's a random girl, I'm inclined to be more of a I guess more freaky and more wild. But when it's like someone I'm dating, something about me closes that part out. I'm like, I expect you to be a mother.
I would say that's probably one of the biggest mistakes that happen with men. Because that usually is the guy who would do that with any type of other woman, but his woman, every woman have what I would call an inner slut in them.
Right.
And you need to find out where that level is at, that doesn't, you know, throw into no man's land, but still keeps her, you know, her slut antennas tingled. But you're the only one that really knows what those antennas are. You know, so now the thing is, so you have to be able to, because if you don't do that, the guy that looks at it in a funny way and be like, yo, get your back in, you know, do you? All of a sudden, she don't know what's coming over and she's in the back, your wife, you know, getting bailed out. So you have to. Wait.
You're saying that you are going to do that to your wife or someone else?
She's saying, yeah. He's saying if you don't fuck her strangely,
if you don't give her that,
that's what he's
somebody
saying.
will come along that she doesn't know and give her that vibe and that energy, and might be able to, you know, have her compromise herself.
Leave me then. Leave me then.
Well,
leave
yeah,
me
but
then.
you know.
So you're saying that you have to find the inner slut in your wife and tap into that.
Right. And it's
whereas if you don't, you're in danger of somebody coming aggressive, the aggressive guy, the Tyrone, the Chad.
If she doesn't have the mindset and stuff
then
like that.
take her because I didn't have her. Take her because I didn't have her. If I need to act outside my character with my woman, because all right, and when I say character, not outside my character with the woman I'm dating, that's outside of my character, to start treating her like a hoe, to slap her across the face, all that extra. What I'm saying, just extra. I guess sexual deviancy than when we're used to.
But you know what? This is what we were talking about last week, and it brings it always. It always will come back full circle. This is where you, as the guy, really have to really vet the person you pick, because if she's outside of your comfort zone, that chick is just out there. For you, she's for the streets.
No, I think she vets you. I think she vets you, and then she molds into whatever. I mean that may sound misogynistic, man. But a lot of the women I've dated, what happens is they get in a relationship with me, and they're really one particular way of being, and they kind of just they almost start behaving like me, or behaving like in ways I would act, responding to me in ways I would respond to them when we first started dating. They just start to adopt your behavior. So the vetting process, the vetting process doesn't work because there's somebody else until they date you, and then they just start to, you know.
Well, these are things that you have to vet all of that. Maybe she had too many people to date. Maybe her mind is too jumbled with too many different people that she may not be the person that can respond in the way that you need to. But that's why if you really do it the right way, the amount of people to really pick from is very narrow.
Very narrow. Yeah, and I think the fact that these women and these men are talking about their requirements sexually on these dating shows that I would always ask the question, how's that worked out for you? You're single still. You need like I can meet a woman and they could be grocery play all involved, right? You got grocery play happening. There's like she's trying to like perform like one of these porn stars. You ain't wifing that chick. So all these let me just say this little public service announcement. All you women out there that want to meet a guy and prove to him how far it can go. Prove to him that you're this superstar in the bedroom. You are playing yourself because a man doesn't want that as his wife.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. A man doesn't want that as his wife. I'm basically championing what you're saying, Ulrick.
I'll say this.
I'm here for you.
I'll say this.
Go ahead.
What you don't want your wife to be perceived, or you don't want to perceive her as that chick that's being seen that. If she's saying that to you right off bat, then she's done that to the world. So to you, the perception is this is what this chick is out there promoting herself as.
Then she kind of being real. Then
it's fine. But then that's where your betting comes in.
Yeah,
but you can wife somebody who's honest, regardless of how they are. You can always wife somebody who's honest. She's an honest slut. She can become an honest wife.
But the thing is, if that's something that gravitated towards you, if you gravitate towards that, but it's just reserved for you, you love it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah.
So the thing is, it's not that you really have an issue with the fact that she want to get it all the way down there, but you want it to get it all the way down there if you just want to try and do that to me.
Right.
Yeah. And also,
that's what makes come in the car.
Yeah, but
that's the whole thing. That's the virtue.
That's my big point. When they're trying to be all extra and maybe more performative sexually, and be asked, that's not you, and I know that's not you because we fucked probably 100 times. So I'm sorry, we made love 100 times. So when you're doing that and when you're behaving that way, it's not that I'm necessarily unattracted to you. It just means I'm unattractive because this is incongruent to your personality. And nothing turns me on sexually when someone's in the moment and genuine and they're reactive to what I'm doing, not theatrical. And I think like things like that, or like acting the extra you want to, let's try something different. You just lay down and put on a blindfold when we never did this in this 3 years into our relationship. That kind of stuff turns me off. I don't like that. Stop. Be yourself. I'll figure out.
Wait. But the 3 years, I can't even be mad at you for that because I did have a woman that I was in a relationship with, the same one with the prostate and stroking. I walked in the door one day and she's dressed in a Santa Claus outfit, right? And she's got like a bunch of toys, and she's like shoving them where the sun don't shine. And I stood there, and the whole time I was thinking, I need my key back.
That's weird. I agree.
I was like, so I can't even be mad at what you're saying because I did the same thing and I didn't look at her the same way, and I was like,
that's not you.
Be yourself. Yeah, but here's the thing with a woman. Here's the argument, and I don't even really speak for myself. I'm not speaking for a bunch of women or the yin and the yang and all that crap. But I'm just gonna say that what about the woman who now feels that she can express herself in this? She can bring up. I already answered my question. She should have had the conversation with me before springing that shit on me. Because a man who's thinking about marrying you don't want to walk in the door and you brand new.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now I'm wondering, were you just lying to me this whole time and you was on some old other shit?
Yeah.
This is where I think the vetting comes in. You both kind of talked about this a little bit, and part of it is that's regardless of what the stories are, was it their attempt to try to keep you engaged and interested?
I think it was. It was
Like,
that.
do they feel like they were boring you and they feel like they needed to come up with something?
But that turns me off. That turns.
It did turn me off when I walked
That-
in. I will never forget that day. I walked in the door, I stood like this, and the whole time I was thinking, I need my key back.
You know, the other piece of
it
that
comes off
is-
as desperation.
No, it's not even desperation, but what it really does, if you think about it, is that relationship that you want to have, you know, this person is trying too much to formulate it. You know, you wants to solve the issue. If you have an issue, you'd mention it.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
but
I agree, yeah.
it gets to the point that now she thinks she needs to solve this, and she's, you know,
And she came up with
popping
the whole
tricks on
plan
it.
without talking
You know,
to you.
that type
Yeah, like we
So-
should have had, she should have. So in other words, women out there, if you're listening to a bunch of guys here, world-traveled men, successful men, we have a MD here, we have an educator here, we have a guy who runs a business, dispensary kind of guy. I'm a married man, 17 years with the same woman, and two beautiful children came out of that. And I'm experienced enough to tell a woman that if you are hiding your true freak from your man, make sure you have a conversation with your man about what you want to explore and what you want to do, instead of springing it on your man or running to Tyrone and running to Chad because you don't think your man is going to be with it. Because that's what's going on. These women have no respect for marriage. These women have no respect. This, what's it called? The sanctity of marriage?
Yeah.
They have no respect for marriage. They are running after Tyrone on every business trip they get. They're swiping, looking for Tyrone, looking for Chad, and they over here getting screwed and smacked around and treated like animals. But if they just have the conversation with their husbands, with their boyfriends, I think it'll be better. That would have been a better situation for me to walk in. I didn't want to walk into this freak zone, and I think there was even like a weird light shining in the background.
Jeez,
like
theatrics,
it's like it was like a
That's
weird light in the
theatrical,
a red light. Now that I don't even think back to that. Oh, you know, but the point that I'm making is, had the conversation had been had, she could have figured out a way to make it my idea.
I mean, look, she was brave to do that. I would say that.
She was brave
She
to do
showed
that.
some balls, because that's like telling a new comedy joke that can bomb, or you can get a standing ovation.
Right. Well, it didn't go well.
Yeah,
It was downhill from there. I think we
bombed.
were no longer together within a 2-month period after that. It never lasted 2 months, and we were up to our second year
Yeah.
in that situation. But hey, it led me to where I'm at now and who I'm with now. So I'm thankful for that. You know, it's one of those situations that I learned from, and then I, it helped me realize everyone that I had blessed me to you. That's Eric Robinson. Yeah. All those sleepless nights.
See, we don't have theme music yet. You gotta pick that, bro.
All right, so
Also, we have a lot of
are we
comment
gonna even go
about
through
that.
this? I mean, this guy is like, it's hard to get through this. I have to be honest. We'll give it another 2 minutes.
All right, somebody's
They
asking.
want to take a look while I'm putting this up at some of the. I think they were having a conversation in the comments section.
Well, I'm gonna knock it and not try it. I'm gonna take your word for it, though. I'm gonna trust that you are the expert, and I'm gonna try everything. That's why you read books and you let other people experience, and you can live vicariously through them. And I trust and believe that you are correct.
Yeah.
But I don't gotta find out for myself.
Wait. So Kendra's trying to act like with all that booty, nobody's going at the groceries, Kendra.
Wait, you talking about-
Wait. We talked about us receiving our groceries eaten. But do you eat groceries? Do you eat groceries? No groceries for you?
None.
Oh yeah, I eat groceries. That's a fact.
You're an animal.
You don't gotta never touch my groceries, but I'm going for the groceries. Oh yes. I told you, it's like a penny. It tastes like a penny. It's in my mind. It's from when I was 14 years old. It tastes like a penny. It's no big deal. You know, that's what my mentors told me. Go for it. It tastes like a penny. So yeah, and we're being honest here. I don't want nobody, your exes, nobody coming up and they doing a whole episode about y'all lying about the groceries and y'all into groceries.
That wouldn't happen. I'm not a.
That line is Mike, man. I don't know anything behind the scenes, so I'm just saying, you know, I'm gonna keep it real. You know, I go for the
But
groceries.
it's funny you named that nibble thing earlier. I used to have an awkward thing. I used to have an awkward feeling about the nipple thing. Kind of equivalent, even, well, it wasn't as powerful as the butt thing, but I had some apprehension towards that. But then I did realize one time when my ex-fiance was doing it, hey, this is great. This isn't bad at all. And then
I mean, how long would she do it for?
She would do it while simultaneously, you know.
Well, let's take this slow.
no,
Let's take this slow. Wait a minute.
Okay.
You're with your ex-fiance.
Yeah.
And you had, what's the word? You were trepidatious about the nipple sucking, right?
Yeah.
You felt a little bit like this is like little girly, maybe. I'm not
Yeah,
masculine.
yeah.
Yeah. So then she kind of helps you get out of that.
No, it wasn't that. I think she tried it once before and it was like.
You're like, whoa, that's new.
Yeah, that is trying.
Wait. You telling me she was the only one that went for that?
I'm not the nipples with women. I'm for nipples. I don't eat groceries, but nipples are fine.
Oh no, of course. But I'm saying your nipples.
I never.
This was your first experience and you enjoyed it.
Correct.
Okay, for me, I don't get anything out of that. Does nothing for me.
Especially when they're simultaneously, you know.
No, I get that part. I get that part.
It.
We don't have to be too descriptive here. But what I'm saying is it does nothing for me. Nothing.
I don't know what it is.
Does it do anything for you? You're not into that neither. Okay.
I'm the deviant.
Yeah.
Look who's a deviant.
Yeah, you like that girly shit.
I don't like that.
I don't care. I know what come out of bowls. I don't care how well you think you wash it. You ain't washing it good enough. And I ain't eating nobody's doo-doo.
No, you clean yourself out. You flush yourself out.
It ain't enough flushing.
I teach women how to clean themselves out for anal sex. So I mean, you flush yourself out, and
He works for HR. He's gonna lose his job.
You have a period every month. So what's the difference?
We ain't going down on me when I got my period.
Why
That's the
would we?
difference.
All right, sorry.
No, but
That's another question.
Okay, blood is still once there. That's still
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's unacceptable.
So you're saying if your woman is having her cycle, you would
Absolutely
not
not.
go down on her?
Absolutely not. It's not even a question. That's if I had something in which I excreted something
You sound
from my
like you
penis.
sound you're shocked.
If there was
No,
something,
I'm curious. I'm just
if I
listening.
had something monthly where I excreted something from a penis, I would never expect a blowjob around that time. I wouldn't expect it. Do unto others, and I wouldn't expect that done to me.
Okay, you practice what you preach, right? Yeah. What about you? Were you? Oh wait, you guys don't even do that too much. You're once a month in a relationship, and you're twice a year in a relationship. Go.
If that.
If we were better YouTubers right now, Bing right here will pop up where you can press and hear that episode of how often these gentlemen go down town.
We talked about that
How-
one.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. You were on Beard 9 when that came up.
Very nice.
So respectfully. So a bloody one is definitely nothing you can even contend with.
That didn't even say. It's weird that that's a controversial.
Okay. I have done that. All right?
Even sex.
But I've never went past the hood. I only concentrated on the hood area and never went lower than that.
But women are into. First of all, a woman that's so secure that because her insecurity is gonna kind of dry her up and close her off, right, to an extent. So the fact that you're going down on you're going down and she's having that menstrual cycle, yet she's still open and free and can actually enjoy it.
Right.
That's a turn off in itself.
I agree.
You-
I can agree with that. But I just saying, like, I've been around a long time, been in, certain situations, and I have,
Now,
I've never,
I'm not having that much of an issue.
So you would have intercourse with a woman on her cycle?
Yeah.
No problem.
I don't know if no problem, but
No,
I would do it. I wouldn't like be like, oh yeah, I wouldn't be as enthusiastic as if it weren't the case.
Yeah, you don't have a calendar counting her days and no, today's day 2, I'm going in.
Yeah, I wouldn't be that, but I prefer it not to be, but I wouldn't be so like, this not happen. Like if she had a conversation to me that she wanted me to go down her and it was the case that it was her cycle, I'd have to rethink the whole relationship. I'm not even joking. I'm not even trying to be funny.
Okay, but let me tell you, that is huge on the internet where women are having intercourse during their cycle, and then when the man walks, when the man gets out of that, they want to clean that area up with their mouths.
I wonder who started that trend. I wonder how
Porn
that
stars.
started.
It's a porn star thing. And I think these porn stars are moving into the regular everyday people's homes. And it's too much. It's too much.
Oh, I agree with
It's
that.
too much. It's like these women are trying to perform these acts that are not for, these are sexual athletes on the screens. And they want to do these performances. There are so many girls that are actually tattooing on the bottom of their lips, goat, for throat goats.
That's disgusting.
If you're a real throat goat, you don't need a tattoo on your in the bottom of your inside of your lip.
That's really
I mean, how
unattractive.
gross
That's
is that?
really, really
like these
unattractive.
women are never gonna get a husband. All I'm
That's
saying.
not
So then I'm just curious, but like, if a woman is on her cycle, is that an issue for you for intercourse?
It is. In the past, before I knew what I know now, it was okay once in a while. Like, of course, it's not what you want to do, but if the moment is there and you ready to go, if you have something to kind of like, cover your, I'm talking, worried about making a mess, and also I have something to cover
Which
myself.
sheets are on the bed? Because
Right.
I got 1,000 thread sheets.
Right.
Is this
So-
gonna be, what sheets
Exactly.
are we having on the
And
bed
where
right
we
now?
at? Is it
I
like-
gotta keep it
and
real.
it would have to-
I got
It comes
1,000
down
thread
to the
sheets.
wool.
And at that time, it would have to be
Get away.
something either you just kind of like started, so it's not even really there. You just kind of like getting this about to come, sort of, or it's just leaving.
Right.
Under those situations, but now it just doesn't even happen at all because the truth of the matter is, during that time period, it's okay for you to not even be around me.
Jeez.
That's what I understand.
Damn.
Jeez Louise.
And it's not a bad thing.
Damn.
That's a lot.
No, because we have to understand in antiquity, that was a cleansing moment. That you go away, you cleanse yourself, and so on and so forth. And that allows you also to rejuvenate yourself.
Well, I agree with time away is important. I agree time away.
When you
is
say she's not
important.
around you, what are you saying though? Like,
She can't be
so-
around when she misses.
She doesn't have to be around you. So in other words, this is the time if y'all have, 2 separate quarters, you exercise those quarters. This is a time where, if y'all,
I can't relate, but go ahead.
if this is a time where you guys are connected enough where you guys can sleep apart and stuff like that, this is where, you can have that, be in the bed by yourself and stuff like that.
We're gonna get
So
a
these are
lot. We're gonna get a lot of hate from this one right here.
No, but it is.
I don't go that far.
And I
man.
say, and I'm talking that, 10 years ago, I was different.
I just don't want to
10
put my
years
mouth
later-
on her. I
10
don't
years
want
later,
her. She can sleep in the bed with
I've
me.
grown. And,
Right.
yeah, for good reasons.
Well, me and my wife, we've been together 17 years. We've never done it during that time.
Never had sex during. Wow.
Never. And trust me, I tried.
Oh, she just won't let you because she doesn't
Yeah.
feel comfortable.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
she's
that's
not-
healthy.
yeah.
That's healthy.
That
I
is
like
very-
that.
that's very
Yeah,
healthy.
Trust me,
That's
I've
very
tried. I've tried.
That's very healthy.
I
I'll be like,
that.
come on, baby, that's light. And she's like, no. I mean,
I like that.
She's,
I
and
like
she's
that
super
about her.
strong, so it's not like I
That's
can
good.
take it. You know?
That's
Jeez.
That's good.
I like that.
Can't lie in this mic.
That's good.
There's been a lot of
Very
laughing
good.
faces all throughout chat.
All right, let's see what else this guy's going to help us reveal about ourselves.
I don't know.
bodily fluids. So if you clean yourself out, and or you go through your cycle, you still want him to eat you out, and then you want him to kiss you afterwards. It's no different than eating ass.
You nasty.
How do we get here? This let's keep going.
That's a true statement. You like head. You have a monthly period every month. After that, after your cycle of flushing, purifying your body, he's gonna eat you out and then gonna kiss you and do whatever afterwards. And it's no different.
But if he's a vampire, he's used to eating blood, so it won't matter.
Yeah. Well, they say if you can walk through mud, you can walk through blood anyway. So people do it anyway.
If you can walk through mud, you can F through blood.
That doesn't make any sense.
That sounds super like military gay.
That makes no sense. Like
That
logically,
sounds
that makes no sense.
super military gay.
Who says that?
Let's keep going, Trey. Okay, so you gotta be able to eat butthole if you're a woman. If you want to mess with Trey, that's a requirement. Let's go to appearances. Do they have to look a certain way?
No.
Oh, of course not.
No. Okay.
No. Okay, so I take that back. So for a female, I tend to be attracted to masculine females.
That makes sense. That's
Okay.
always makes sense.
You got some females who are real pretty, and then you got the ones who are more masculine. They have more of a masculine demeanor. I find those women attractive, or I even find studs attractive.
You said something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to settle down with one person? Or do you think you always? You do.
I do.
Okay. Do they gotta be in Virginia?
I'm not originally from Virginia myself, so no.
Okay. Could they have kids already?
Sure.
So they gotta make a certain amount of money?
You said that begrudgingly.
Be able to take care of yourself. Be able to take care of yourself and be financially mature.
Okay. Let's see this shape. Stand up for the
It's
kitchen.
gonna be hard to find a woman that's financially mature.
I got my underwear. I'm putting on some pants.
Well, I was gonna say, show this butt. They gotta be able to eat, child.
I'm gonna put on something.
Wait, so you would sit down with no clothes on,
Well,
period?
typically I'm naked at home.
So you're just free to the world, naked, walking around your house.
Yeah, you have to put on clothes all day long when you're at work. So why not?
This guy works for HR.
Be free when you're at home.
This is so crazy.
Okay, so before you called us, you was watching videos with no clothes on.
Underwear is clothes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I don't know, maybe a little dark. I better turn the light on. Shit. I said.
What's she doing now? What's happening?
Are you 6 tall? How tall are you?
I'm 6'3". I'm a
6'3".
big country nigga.
You know, if you were really just into women, you would be a hot commodity.
Well,
You're still a hot commodity. Huh?
I'm a threat either way.
You a threat either way?
I am. You can't really see. Let's see. I'm a threat
You're
either.
6'3", and
Yes.
you want penis?
Well,
Look, she's even.
don't you like it?
I'm not answering no more questions that you get. You are setting me up. I am no hablo inglés.
You like pimp, right?
I am not answering that question.
I mean, but so sexuality is very fluid. Sexuality is a very
Listen, I'm
People
teasing
just
you.
be saying that shit for
I
nothing.
totally respect your sexuality
Yeah.
for a jump, right? But what I'm saying is you literally are the man. You're the most described man for heterosexual women on my show. Tall, dark, and handsome. This is the description I hear every day.
A jump off? Is that what she said?
No, just women want that tall, dark, and handsome. 6'3", dark skin, handsome. This is what they want. And he's over here smashing studs.
Is this?
So you're saying even with you being gay, a lady should choose you over a straight man like you?
I mean, a lot of women would deal with a man cheating on them with another woman. So if I'm a faithful individual, and I commit to being with you, what does it matter as long as the dick is good, you enjoy the sex, I take care, I'm a provider, I'm a protector. What does it matter?
Well, let me ask you this. Does the desire go away for men if you get with a woman?
I'm gonna always find men attractive. I mean, even when I'm having sex with a woman, there are times when I've had sex with a woman and I think about a man to climax.
So you're gay.
It's just ridiculous.
He's not saying that.
You know, it's just ridiculous. You know, it's
He's thinking about a man.
So
When
he's
he's
a man. He's either thinking about his ego or thinking about a man.
somebody said this dude needs mental help.
With the trans man.
Trey, I got to tell you,
This is.
I ain't never had this type of conversation with a guest on my show before. You know, I am, well, I got to clench my pearls, and I never got no damn pearls. Okay, so ladies, while he with you, he's thinking about horse chestnut.
Well, I mean, you've never had sex with a guy and thought about somebody else to get in that. You know, it is
I don't like these reversal questions that you
It only makes sense if
if
you
I'm
thought
not
of a
walking
woman.
down that aisle with you. But if I am pretending to answer the question, normally I'm thinking of that gender. Not, so you're basically telling me you're with a woman.
You see,
and
normally
what is the
think about
climax?
gender, so
You
what
have
you
to think
other
of a
times she's
man.
not.
I have. You know, and I have a friend of mine on here who, whenever when she and I was hanging out a lot, and she would see me mess with these different females, but this was back whenever I wasn't open with my sexuality. I would a lot of times have sex with a lot of women to kind of make up for what I felt within myself. But yeah, when it came to climaxing, I would think about a male. And that would make me climax. And then it would stroke my ego because I would see that she's satisfied from the sexual experience. And knowing that I wasn't 100% into her, but she got hers, she's turned on by it, and we're good.
Feminists. See,
There
he's
you
dealing
have
with
it. And
feminists.
that's how the story goes.
I think.
So, Trey, when was the
I
last
think
time
that's
you was
okay.
intimate with someone? Did I ask you that?
You did not. I'm not going to answer that.
But who nobody care about this? You know, nobody care about this guy's. But this is the problem. And I always like to think of the bigger storyline. And we're in an era where masculinity is under attack. And what's being promoted to me here is that she, on her show, is saying this gay man is the most, you know, from description wise, about,
On paper.
yeah, this is what, you know, most heterosexual women would want.
Right.
And almost pushing this idea that straight women, it's okay to get with gay men and leave the masculine heterosexual men out. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. But what I will say that I believe will ultimately prevail, real women will be real women and they'll be looking for real men. So I think I really don't care for her stance on or this guest, but the thing is they're gonna get 1 million views because of just the topic and the way our society is pushing it. But don't you get pushed. That's where I stand.
Stand 10 toes down and say you don't have to participate in this. What is it called? Debauchery? Is that a good word for this?
Debauchery. This is the debauchery is like a party. It's would be more. It would belong on the language you find in Sodom and Gomorrah. It's like
It's
not
it's,
the debauchery is like partying.
Let me say something. I wanna piggyback off of what you were just saying. This guy, like you just took a moment to directly talk to women, right, Doc? This guy is not even talking to women. This guy is talking to men. And he's letting men know how to get a chick. Let me back up. Let me take this slow. Because we all know I'm a dispensary guy, right? So I'm a dispensary guy and I have a ton of women that buy from me. And this is part of my delivery business. So I'm delivering cannabis all over the tri-state area. And I have a ton of women that support me by purchasing my cannabis. And I've been known to say things like this when talking with these women, because I know that, and if anyone that buys cannabis from me hears this, this doesn't necessarily mean you. But not the most attractive woman is not. Well, let me take that back. I mean, this is a better way for me to say this. I used to have this fine, drop dead gorgeous client in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and she was one of those people that decorated the front of a storefront, like Macy's. She was like a Macy's window prepper,
Yeah, gotcha.
and she was like very highly respected in the city, well known. People knew her. Her name was ringing bells. If you wanted the top of the line mannequin, whatever it is, and they were paying her like 70, 80 grand to do this job, and she would purchase from me. And I remember her telling me that all her she's attractive. She went to the gym 3 hours a day, every day. So she had a banging body. And she says to me, she would say, you know, Elvis, I'm really proud of myself for buying my own cannabis from you. Because all my model friends and attractive friends, they say that they're too attractive to buy from me, that they just wait for men to come by that they have in the friend zone, and they'll come over and light them up and leave them with weed. So all her model friends had all these friend zone guys, maybe multiple friend zone guys that will provide them with something to smoke. And she was always proud of herself. She gave herself a lot of credit for being the person who just was gonna buy their own weed and still be fine as hell. Okay, she was a strong 8. This girl was a very, very attractive young lady, Italian chick too, from Italy.
Yeah.
She was from Italy. She was an Italy girl. And my point is that when I would be around all these women that were purchasing from me, I'm in their homes, I'm sitting down, I had to femme it up a little bit. I femmed it up a little bit, being around all these women. I wasn't this rah-rah masculine guy who came in trying to smash or just aggressive. My bags, I walk around, I have like man purses.
Yeah.
I have tons of man purses and stuff. I even have the bags that strap on the sides, like on your chest and all that. I have just the way my mannerisms are is sometimes I can feminine it up, like I can talk to a woman and tap her shoulder.
Yes.
And not be aggressive.
So you wouldn't be perceived as a threat.
I don't want to be perceived as a threat.
Yeah.
So I also know that I don't want to be perceived as a threat. So I'm like losing my train of thought here because I have a lot on my mind. Because I want to be careful. I want to be careful because I do respect. Oh, this is what I would say. I would say things like, your hair, because I always would notice. I always keep clients because I always recognize when they lose weight. I always recognize when they get new haircuts. I always recognize when they change things around in the house. And I always compliment these things because I'm an attention to detail kind of guy. So I would say things like this to this woman. There's a particular woman that I have. She's been buying from me for years. She even hooked me up with her mom. This woman is dedicated. So when I would meet her, I would go upstairs to her home and I would compliment her. And I say to her, I mean that like your gay best friend, not like I'm flirting with you. And she would go, of course, I know you're not flirting. But I've said that many times to many different clients. Mm-hmm. I say that like a gay best friend because I want to be able to compliment the woman and not her think that I'm trying to smash. Because the truth of the matter is I like that money more than I would like to get in that cookie.
Yeah.
Like when I was driving a cab in 2001, I never flirted with any of the women. I never let the women come up to the front of the car. Yeah. I always said, take your ass in the back. I'm going to take you where you're going because I want to be paid for my job. I don't want you to think like a lot of these cab drivers, they were trying to give girls free rides so they can get some. But I never, not one time in the 18 months I did that job, did I ever even attempt it. It was always business for me. Always business. I always want to be business orientated. So my thing is, I understand. So just imagine, right?
Yeah.
These same exact women, if I told them I was gay, act the same exact way with my man purses and all that kind of stuff, I probably could have smashed all of them.
So you believe him?
Yes. I think I could have smashed all of them because let me tell you, you go into these people's homes, you come in as a friend, they're relaxed. And you're in their home and they want to get you something to drink and they want to sit and talk and tell you about their problems. all these different, you're developing years and years of relationships with these people. Cannabis is not somebody doesn't call me for 3 months when it comes to cannabis. Somebody calls me for 3 years, 4 years. I have clients from the first week of me selling cannabis are still my clients to this day. And a lot of them are women. A lot of them are women because I kept that, and it was never, and I understood I couldn't walk in the door masculine. There's a famous doctor. She's been on Dr. Oz and all these things. She's one of my clients. And every time I go to her office, I have to go to her office. She would just like be so amazed by me. She would look at my style. She would look at my bags. I always had different bags. And I rock a bag for 6 months, and then I get another bag, and I always keep them going. And it's a family. She looked at me. She says, you look like. She says, you look like you're some sort of artist or some sort of like a professor who's probably gay, but no one really knows. The way you dress, your style, the mannerisms. So I see what he's doing. He's doing what I'm doing, but he's getting laid.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think this man, he admitted to having massive amounts of girls, having sex with them, just to stroke his ego.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what?
This guy's sleeping. This guy's 6'3". He's gonna go to a party. He's getting laid.
I'm gonna say this, right? So you talked about these. Well, same scenario, hypothetically speaking.
Right.
Okay. The act of not being ultra aggressive is not a non-masculine thing. It's just not being a lustful idiot.
Right.
So the thing is, I can compliment, and I compliment women all the time, and they understand I'm completely heterosexual, but they don't take that as me trying to hit on them. But there's a way that you deliver it, like I'm interested, and there's a way to deliver it, hey, this is just a compliment.
Right.
And the thing about it is, it has a whole lot more to do with your demeanor. But at the end of the day, what really matters is your intent. See, your actions goes way further than your words. So, and I could say that, and from my actions, they'll know that was just all it is. So they could wait around, they could see whether or not it's going to be something else, but that something else never comes. So the thing about it is, on top of that, I'd say, whether or not they perceived as, non-threatening, the fact that you had those associations, the ones that you would be able to hit if they believed that you were gay, will be just the same amount, if they know that you were straight and that you wanted to do it. So him, I don't think he gets any more.
I hear what you're saying. I disagree, but I hear what you're saying.
I don't think, it may make a difference for one or two, but what I'm saying is that needle don't move much. Because if those chicks was interested, they was going to, he didn't get any extra number of girls because he, sidebarred them because I'm part of your clique and I'm gay and, because they probably would have smashed them anyway, But what it do allow probably is the fact that they get to know each other on a more personal level, and then, they get to know you as the person, not as a lustful idiot, and the thing about it is a lot of our men, they understand their association with women as I'm trying to get some. Yeah. Whereas, that's just the very first step in her making herself available to you. But next is like, does she understands where you coming from and what makes sense? Because that's the stuff that's going to really matter to you at the end, and it's unfortunate that a lot of guys don't really get that, and they're still stuck on the lustful idiot stage. But you have a lot of women who already know a lot of guys are trying to smash, and it's sad because most guys should understand that you shouldn't be chasing, be running around, cold approaching.
What's a cold approaching? What's that?
Just seeing some chick across the street, like, hey, miss, how you doing? Can I get your number? Let's keep in touch.
Yeah.
Those guys are so
That's
corny.
Man, that's right.
That's so corny.
But,
I don't get that.
Because they're going through their day and they don't want to be stopped.
But it's interesting because it was a point in time back in the day where if you weren't the guy who kind of like wanted to do that, then, what's going on? You're probably scared. But the truth is, the only way you could really find out if somebody's really on your program is that you have to allow them to knock on your door. And then you can
Somebody's
say,
on your program.
you know,
You
or
have to get them to knock on your door. I don't know what that means.
so in other words, they're going to show their interest. The proverbial dropping the handkerchief. Okay?
And
So-
this is what those
so-
clients of mine did many, many times.
So they
Dropped the handkerchief many times.
So when it mattered, and it don't matter. But, you know,
So your
but we
point,
ain't know.
yeah, I get it.
You know, so here we are.
I think,
Okay.
and I also, to go back to what I was saying a second ago, was I think he's speaking to boys. Like, I wouldn't want my son to hear this guy speak.
Nuh-uh.
You know?
I
I
want
wouldn't
that-
want my son to hear this man speak. Because I don't want people to think that, like, it's this fluidity.
Yeah, I just.
This sexual
I
fluidity
disagree with that.
is, it's like, here's the thing. No, that's just,
This is new age talk. This is new age talk.
Yeah.
This is the
Is it?
BS.
Sodom and Gomorrah was a
This
long
is-
time ago. They was doing it. They was getting down then.
But we know it is. History
yeah, but
repeats
they
itself.
didn't
We
speak
back-
about
and this is
right.
where
They
we
didn't
at.
differentiate.
Sure.
They didn't
This is where we
differentiate.
at. This is where we at. So the question is, where you at? Where are you at? Are you with the BS? Because this video is up, and hey, listen, everybody right to see everything, but I don't want to see my kids see that. I don't want anybody to really see that.
You don't want your boys watching this
No.
guy talk
This
about
guy-
how fluid sex is and it's a
Crazy.
requirement to eat booty.
This
And let me
crazy.
tell you know, all the porn right now is the men are getting their butts, they're getting their groceries eaten, and all the new porn that's out.
I mean,
And the funny thing, and here's the funny thing about
that
it.
don't. Yeah.
Especially, it's you. I don't know what porn you're looking at, but I know that I look at Pornhub and I like raw. I like to see a black man with kind of like I like to see two black men with the small white girl. That's usually the porn that I gravitate to. Yeah. And these girls are all eating the guys' butts. I mean, it's like, whoa. It's like ridiculous. I mean, this is like new stuff though. Like, this is not like 20 years ago porn. This is brand new porn. Like, it's being promoted a lot.
Is
A
it
lot.
is it a surprise? And now the idea about all that is it is an attack on masculinity and heterosexuality and feminizing the men, and we won't have any masculine presence around other than the folks that tell you what to do by vis-a-vis, or can I dare say what we kind of like believe in as a higher power, they kind or
Morality is out the window.
Yeah.
And these men are in feminine positions. The legs up in the air. It's very feminine positions in my mind. I'm like, ooh, I can't even watch that stuff. I skip. I actually skip that part.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't get past more than a minute and a half at a time. I'm ready to start my day. But let's just. It seems epidemic.
Yeah.
We're in a painful place. We are in a painful place, and the thing is are we astute enough to see where it's going? Are we astute enough to let the folks around us know where it's going? Are we?
And when you say
astute enough-
folks around us, our children.
our children, our family members, our friends, and stuff like that.
But the
Are we-
implications, how that it can, the level, the degree to which the implications can affect the folks around us.
My son asked me an interesting question. He's like, "Mommy's so shy," and I was like, "Yeah, your mom is really shy." And he's like, "Is it because she's shy that you like her?" I was like,
What a
"Yes."
thing to say.
And I was like, "Yeah, I like her. I like shy."
That's a super feminine trait,
Yeah.
especially.
And I was like, "Yeah."
It comes out for a person that you have, and that is wonderful.
And he was like, "Should I like a shy girl?" And I was just like, "Well, you're gonna have to figure out what you like. You're gonna have to figure it out." But like you say, we need to be telling these kids
Yes, that's why he came.
what's right
from
and
you.
what's wrong. Yeah. Because
That's the
my
guy.
whole thing now with my son is, don't like who likes you. Because I was raised to like who likes you. My father would say, "Son, I liked who liked me."
I can kind of see that. I kind of understand that.
Yeah, but now that I've gotten older and I watch my son when he lied to the girl and told the girl he was 14, really he wasn't but 11, and he's like now trying to be around this girl. He got his first kiss from a 14-year-old girl at 11 years old because he did lie that he was older because he's so tall and statuesque, and you know he always has a buck in his pocket. So this girl was able to get to him, but I looked at the girl. I checked out her TikTok. I'm like, dude, this girl's mad basic. You can't just go through your life liking who likes you. Everybody's gonna like you, son. You know, my wife is 6'4". I'm 6'2". My son is gonna be 6'9", 6'7", son. Everybody's gonna like you. You can't like who like you. And I think this guy represents the like whoever likes you. Just be free and fluid. I think we need to have a lot higher standards.
So I think
I think that's his interpretation
That's
of
his,
it.
gotcha.
That's his interpretation of it. So I want my son to be more, I want my children to don't forget about liking who likes you. That's what my father tried to teach me.
I think, you know what? I disagree, but the premise is correct on a different thing. I think it starts with that. It starts with entertain who likes you. And now, because you have to think, you are going to be somebody who's going to provide and to protect. There's going to be a lot of people that want to be provided and protected for. So now if you look a certain way, you hold a certain, whatever that you do, people are going to be drawn to you. Don't go out searching for somebody who's not into you. So now amongst the people that are into you, and if you don't have the people that you want to be into you, then you're not doing enough. Then you need to go out there and bust your behind some more. Okay? Until you gravitate those people come to you. So now when they do come to you, now you vet them. Whether or not they are worthy of your providing and protecting them and risking your life for them.
Okay.
Ulrick,
you have anything to say? Any last words?
Which aspect? There was a lot said. I have an issue with a lot of the things he said and how he presented. I agree with what you said about the younger kids and how I feel like what he's saying can be taken from younger kids, in which, listen, fluidity is the way to go. You will be more desirable if you portray yourself in a certain way, and I think that can be misconstrued with kids. I don't think it's so.
All right.
I don't know.
It's been a good show, guys. You are appreciated for tuning in. If you lasted this long, I want you to put in the chat the number 19. I'm going to see how many people made it this far. You are appreciated.
indeed.
I'm Big Elvis the Chef Rosenberg.
I'm Ulrick.
I'm Dr. Surgeon.
And we are here.
Doctor.
Do not forget the Venmo. Do not forget the Cash App. We're not monetized yet. We need you to hit the Venmo, and that's Elvis-Rosenberg. That's at Elvis-Rosenberg for Venmo. You know you have Venmo. And Cash App. You know who you are with the Cash App. Express yourself. That's $ Elvis Rosenberg. One word. And the B-E-R-G is in the Berg. Not B-U-R-G, B-E-R-G. Maybe we'll look at a couple of these here. See what anyone had to say. I think LJ was regulating this chat. Whoa, this chat is big.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. That's
Okay.
Excuse
Good
the
question.
glasses. I'm a little under the weather. That's why I have them on. There's a scratch in these lens.
It's all good. Someone said, anyway, it's too much to read. I'm sorry, y'all.
You're good. You're good.
You are
We'll
appreciated.
talk about it.
And just always remember, you guys know this is like the last part. I always say this at the end. It's important. You know, I went
What'd you
through-
say?
You see, I went through my life growing up with a sibling who couldn't say it. I went through my life with a parent who couldn't say it. To this day, can't say it.
Are you gonna say it?
I'm gonna say it.
You should.
I love you. I love you. And I mean that.
Peace.
Boom.